Hi, I'm Dina Cheney. I'm the author of several cookbooks, including Year-Round Slow Cooker, 100 Favorite Recipes for Every Season. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a frozen vegetable strata in the slow cooker. The first thing I did was I lined my slow cooker crock with heavy-duty aluminum foil. I actually took several sheets of aluminum foil first and lined the back side of the crock. Now, when you look at a slow cooker, this part tends to have a hot spot that can burn food. So you want to line the part of the crock that's going to be facing this part with several layers of aluminum foil. In addition, I took 2 giant sheets of heavy-duty aluminum foil and laid them kind of perpendicularly in the crock pot and made kind of bunched up handles. And that's going to allow me to easily pull my strata out of the crock when the cooking process has finished. Now what I have here, I also sprayed this, by the way, with cooking spray because you want to make sure you can get your strata out of the peel away from the foil pretty easily. So here's my setup. What do I have here? I have a bowl with lots of bread cubes. Now what I did was I took several cups of bread cubes, actually about 8 cups in this case, and I put them in a low oven for about 8 hours to really dry the bread out. In this bowl, I've got lots of cheese because lots of cheese is the key to any good strata. I've got mostly Gruyere, grated Gruyere, but I also have some Parmigiano Reggiano. But use whatever cheese you like. Swiss is good, Emmentaler, but the key is lots of cheese. Now in this bowl, I have lots of eggs. Actually, I have 10 eggs and some whole milk, 2% milk actually, some nutmeg, Dijon mustard, and salt and pepper for flavor. And this is going to be the custard that kind of brings our strata to life. Now in this bowl, I have 2 boxes of frozen spinach that I defrosted, and this is a key point. Make sure you drain the vegetables very well. So I took a clean kitchen towel and really squeezed the spinach to remove any excess water, because any excess water is not what you want in the crock pot. It will ruin a dish. So once your spinach is room temperature and it's very drained out, I mixed it with a little bit of salt and some more sauteed garlic for flavor. So now I'm going to show you how to put everything together. So again, we have our heavy-duty foil that has been sprayed with cooking spray, very important. So I'm going to take, first of all, take my bread, and I'm going to put half of my bread in the crock pot, half of it. Evenly spread the bread in the bottom of the crock, very important. Now I'm going to take my spinach, and I'm going to just use my hands, they're clean, and I'm going to take half of the spinach and garlic and salt mixture and sprinkle it evenly on top of the bread. Remember, it's very important you evenly sprinkle it so it's just, you got an even distribution here, okay? Then what you're going to do is you're going to take 40% of the cheese. Very important. You don't want to use all the cheese, about 40%, and you can mix the cheeses together so that you have enough Gruyere and Parmesan in every bite. And I'm evenly sprinkling this cheese on top of the spinach. Use the remainder of the breadcrumbs, then the remainder of the spinach, another 40% of my cheese. Then I'm going to take my custard and pour all of the custard over the top of the ingredients in the crock. Finally, I'll take the remaining 20% of cheese and sprinkle it over the top. So you have to remember to save some cheese for the top. Now, re-whisk your custard because the custard tends to kind of separate a little bit. So re-whisk it, right? And once it's smooth, you're going to pour the entire custard mixture on top of your strata. See that? Evenly pour it on top. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take a wooden spoon and kind of tamp it down. Don't worry, it's not going to be fully submerged, but just kind of tamp it down in your crock. Okay, got some extra nutmeg here. Put this down here like that. Okay, and then finally to finish, remember that extra 20% of cheese? Now's the time to use it. You're going to put it over the top. So you'll have this nice layer of grated cheese on top of your strata. So we can kind of put all this here. And now that we're done with this, I'm just going to put a lid on top. And you kind of have to press down tightly because the foil. So just make sure you got a pretty good seal here. Very important. Now then I'm going to move this over, put this in the base, set my crock pot for 4 hours on low heat. No longer or the strata can burn and get a little bit rubbery. 4 hours on low. You want the temperature, internal temperature to be 170 degrees Fahrenheit, so give it a test. Let it sit in your base for about a half hour or so. Take it out, carefully remove your foil, which should be easy to do because you use cooking spray. And voila, here's the finished strata. So again, great to garnish with some fresh herbs to kind of give it some life and some zest. And this serves, maybe 6 people or so, 6 to 8 people. It's a pretty rich dish. So enjoy. I'm Dina Cheney. Thanks for watching me show you how to make frozen vegetable strata in the crock pot.